What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Maha. If you haven't already, please go check out my previous videos on my Infiniti 3.7 Q50 build. Car came a pretty long way since I've had it so far. So if you're interested of how the car came versus how it's looking now, please go check those previous videos out before you look at this one. And the previous video before this one, actually, I did go over the best cosmetic mods to do on a 3.7 Q50 or Q50 in general. And honestly, that could go across the board, whatever car you got. But yeah, check that video out. I did cosmetic mods. So now this one, obviously you can tell by the title, we're gonna do the best top performance mods. But this one's gonna be specifically for the 3.7 Q50. There's not really that much you could do with full bolt-ons, the 85 and all that. So I'm gonna go through really quick the best mods to do, best bang for your buck before you start going, supercharger, forced induction, turbo kit, all that. Because for the 3.7, it's pretty expensive to go fast on this car. So that's why I always recommend, if you really want to go fast, price per horsepower ratio, just get a 3.0 T. You're gonna be dealing with issues, but if with the horsepower comes issues, and even if you do, throw a supercharger kit or even a turbo kit on there, you might most definitely gonna run into issues until you get the car running the way it's supposed to be. So that being said, I'm gonna hop into the first couple mods specifically for 3.7 Q50. Now hopping into the first mod I suggest you get for your 3.7 Q50 performance mod, I should say. Full exhaust setup, man. A lot of people ask me what exactly I do have my exhaust set up to get the exact sound. A lot of people DM me on Instagram, message me on YouTube and all that. So it is by these people right here, Arc Performance. It is their so I have a 3.0 T version of their Arc grip exhaust, but it is on a 3.7. Yes, it does fit exactly the way it should if you did get the 3.7 version for your 3.7. The Arc exhaust 3.0 T version all the way to the Burke resonated test pipes. Now, specifically the resonated test pipes, I wouldn't recommend going, a non-resonated test pipes. You're just gonna be sounding like a whole trumpet. I'm kind of borderline of being trumpet, but it has enough aggressiveness to the tone, so it cancels most of that those unwanted frequencies that cause that trumpet noise. But again, just keep it simple. Nice pair of Burke resonated test pipes. Now exhaust wise, you're not gonna get that much difference from across the board. You could go either Motordyne sounds pretty good. I believe, and there's a bunch of other, there, but the top ones for our cars are the Arc exhaust, the Motordyne. I think I'll put it right here. It's like MNBRP or something like that. That's a little bit more on the cheaper round. But again, if you're keeping a car for a while, spend the money, save the money up, and get the exhaust you want. I personally love how the Arc exhaust looks from the back. There you go. It's how mean it looks from the back. So, and just the idle and the way it sounds and the overall exhaust. Even before I got this car, I already knew I was getting the 3.0, 3.7, yeah, the 3.0 T version exhaust on the 3.7. I actually got the idea for Fresh Kicks because he had a Q 3.7 a while ago, and I've been watching his videos before I even got mine. So that kind of motivated me to do this exact setup I got here right now. But I believe he does have the, or he did have the Arc Motordyne test pipes. Those are a little bit more of an expensive round. Those are about $1,000 just for the test pipes. But if you get a good deal, then go ahead and do it. I wouldn't recommend spending $1,000 for those test pipes. You're basically getting the same power and the same sound with the Burke resonated test pipes. Hop it in to the next performance mod I suggest I go. You're gonna hop it right here. Brakes. I do have the R1 Concepts drill and slaughter rotors with their brake pads. Now I recently just did brake pads, so I have Duralast now, so I do have that lifetime warranty. Once you go to Duralast, you have brake pads for life. Basically, pay it one time, and then every time you swap it out, you just gotta bring your old pads and swap it in with new pads. But yeah, man. So even if you're going fast, you wanna be able to stop at the same time, right? So safety's first. So do your brakes. Even if you wanna, I'm gonna do pretty soon. I don't know when though. If I find a good deal on them, I'm gonna do the Akibono sport brake setup, brake BBK. That's gonna be a nice little install there for y'all too. But again, if you want to push your car a little faster than what is stock, make sure you want to stop at a dime too. So brakes, man, get y'all brakes. Next performance mod I suggest y'all do, if you're going just the best bang for buck full bolt on Z85. To run E85, you're gonna need GTR injectors. Obviously, it's in the motor, so I really can't show you that. But the GTR injectors, either GTR injectors or I specifically have the admin tuning injectors. It was tuned by Martin, but he does recommend those admin injectors. I think they're like slightly bigger than GTR injectors. I think GTR is a 550 and his is 650 cc's. So that just means you're gonna be able to push a little bit more, fuel through the motor and everything else. But it's not all to get or gain extra horsepower, 100 horsepower or anything like that, and nothing crazy. But I got a good deal in it. My homeboy, pretty local to me, he hooked me up with a good deal on it. So I had those installed, through 85 on there, as well as, and I'm gonna pair it with the in-tank fuel pump. I do have a 255 Walboro fuel pump. Just a little bit more extra, peace of mind that it's a brand new fuel pump in there with the injectors, so everything is running as it should. So pair that, injectors and the in-tank fuel pump, the 255 Walboro, or if you want to go a little bigger, some people do a 340. I think there's like 650, kind of stuff. But again, we're 3.7s. Unless you're planning on going crazy horsepower later on, turbo, supercharger, then invest the money early on and go to a bigger tank, or a bigger pump, I should say, not tank. But yeah, man, that's basically what you need for E85 on this car. Now, this one is depending on what. Again, I from my research, a lot of people say just the stock intakes are sufficient enough and actually pull more horsepower than these aftermarket ones, unless you get a whole custom one made that is running all the way down into the front of the grill. But then you run the risk of sucking water into your motor. So last thing I need, and this is my daily, so I'm not trying to mess my daily up. So yeah, man, if you want to throw the extra money in, honestly, what I still have to do, I would recommend is just do drop-in filters, K&N drop-in filters, and call it a day. Get it tuned on there, and you're good to go. Even if you don't, get it tuned on it, you can just swap it in, and you'll feel a little bit more of a difference. Car will breathe a little bit better from what everyone says in my tuner and everything. So let's get some drop-in filters, keep the stock air boxes, and you should be good to go, especially for this daily. Now, going into, it is a cosmetic thing, but also a performance thing. Again, shout out to Arc Performance. They're the ones that made the exhaust, and they actually made the wheels as well. They hooked me up with a little partial sponsorship on here with these set of wheels. If you're interested what exactly the wheels I have set up and everything will be, all the specs will be down in the description below with the tire sizes. But that whole fitment right now is literally perfect. I want nothing else. That's pretty low enough. No zero wheel gap. Might do some spacers later on just to get a little bit more aggressive fitment on the sides. But overall, these wheels, they're nice, man. They're nice little sporty wheels. They are flow forged wheels, so they're pretty light. I think their specs is about 22 pounds or around 20 something pounds. But they're enough, man. It helps the car move the way it's supposed to be. So get yourself a nice little set of wheels. Don't go heavy wheels. Again, most reps are very heavy, so I wouldn't recommend going heavy wheels or rep wheels in general. Just keep it simple and something that caters to your style. Alright, y'all, and let's go to the list. I know it's kind of short. This video might be a little shorter than usual, but it goes to show you can't really do too much to this car unless you go forced induction or if you go supercharger. But again, that's when you get into like $5,000-$10,000 before just for the kit alone, not even for the install, not for fabrication or anything. That's just for the kit alone, just to get the actual pieces, the whole kit for you to throw onto your car, which is another couple $1,000s to get a shop to do, unless you know someone or you can do it yourself. But yeah, man, like I said, if you want to keep it simple, just go hit those mods. A lot of people ask me what the car is making right now, so really quick, on 93 pump gas, I am making about 320, and on E85 it's about 330. So there y'all go. Again, to the wheels daily. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. Like I said, I keep saying this, I keep preaching it, and we're gonna have it. I'm gonna have a GTR, and that's the car I'm gonna go crazy on. That's the car I'm gonna, keeping this as daily, but then we're gonna get the GTR, and that's when we're gonna go crazy on for horsepower. This car is nice, looks decent horsepower to get most of the cars that I run up on the road. So that's all I need right now. Really quick, I'm just gonna do the shout out of the day here. Appreciate y'all support, man. Appreciate y'all comments. Just keep them coming, and I'm gonna keep trying pushing these videos out for y'all, man. Again, y'all the ones that be giving me the ideas, so drop the comments down below and let me know what y'all want to see. If you want to see more cars, if you want to see other cars. But yeah, man. So again, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I post a video, man. We're on the road to 5K subscribers. We're trying to hit that before the end of the year. So, appreciate y'all watching, man. Definitely have some stuff coming in the works for y'all, non-car related. It's gonna help. It's gonna help you personally in your personal life. So just stay tuned for that. And again, thank y'all for watching. My name is Maha. That's my Infiniti 3.7 Q50 build. And always remember, repetition creates precision, y'all. Let's get it.